What's up, everybody? It's Jeffrey Lyles welcoming you to another edition of Lyles Movie Files. Joining me, as always, is little brother Bro Shot, Chase. What's going on?
I'm doing well. How are you, lad?
I'm good. I always love that little dose of Destro Scottish ancestry you throw in with the hello,
I
lad.
mean, you can't really figure out. Destro's is always. We always thought Destro was voiced by a black guy. So
We always thought he was voiced by a black guy.
My dear better.
I didn't think that. By the way, since you mentioned that, let me see here how fast I can find this. Because the actress who voiced Baroness just died.
Oh man, sucks.
Her name is Morgan Lofting. Yeah, she died November 27th. 84 years old.
Dang God.
Got a write-up in the Hollywood Reporter as Baroness in G.I. Joe animated series was 84. So that's pretty cool. I mean,
She deserved it.
Yeah.
Deserved a write-up.
Oh, Destro, darling. So,
I mean, if you can't say a lot, Cobra was a very diverse group of bad guys.
Kid. It's like, I feel like 80s kids growing up are like, what the heck? I mean, we had all kinds of diversity. Sometimes it was just randomly thrown in for the sake of being diverse, but who cared? It's great.
Yeah. It's that tells you kind of our fault. We aren't running the world because half the problems wouldn't be like, dude, we got this. We're used to this. Keep it moving.
Is your phone on a high alert again tonight? I feel like you just got your haircut, but is this not true?
I think
I today.
No, I got mine last week.
Gotcha. Good deal. All right.
Right before Thanksgiving.
Very good. Happy belated Thanksgiving. Wait, I saw you there. Right.
I think you did. You even got pictures.
Yeah. You know what we didn't get? Pictures from Black Friday.
Womp, womp, womp.
Womp, womp. All right, let's see who's here in the chat hanging out with us. Blake Tarpley's here. Sup, Jeff, Jace, and Notorious Cinephile Chief. I assume he's going to be here. Yeah, there was a Facebook posting deal, so it took me a second to get the invite to everybody, but I assume he's going to be here, Blake. Snake Eyes. Howdy, partners. Snake Eyes, way to get beat out for like the first time in like 2 quarters. That's something, because Snake Eyes is normally the first one to comment.
Oh.
Anyway, what's up, Snake Eyes? David Thanos, what's up, y'all?
What's going on?
Up? Big Ribs here as well. What's up, fellas? What's up, Big Rib? The chat is already lit up with the topic for tonight.
Oh, okay.
Discussing the most overrated and underrated Christmas. Note the lack of the word holiday movies, because I mean, gosh, I couldn't name you 5 Kwanzaa movies, and I don't know about any Hanukkah movies to reference to any state, but I don't know why they do this. And this old man get off my yard thing, but it's like they have Christmas trees, they have ugly Christmas sweaters. It's everybody saying Merry Christmas, but this is our great holiday movie. Like, get out of here. Y'all are talking about Christmas.
I mean, it's the real trend is if you make something, I mean, like kind of like you said, you can diversify it when you just actually diversify. You can't just, it is diverse. Like, like December 25th is Christmas. Everybody else has their time. Let's mention them. Like, come on, let's go. Nobody's beefing with that. It's like, just hey, we will be watching Christmas movies.
All right, let's see here. Mario, hey, what's up, guys? Hope everyone had a good turkey day. It was pretty good.
It was.
Jace came through late with the corn pudding, but it was good. I'm still going through my little bit of leftovers on it. Good stuff, though, bro.
I did try and work it. So, I think I'm getting it down right.
That was solid. Very stuff. Blake Tarpley just bought the Destro comic, Jeff.
How is it?
Assume you will blaze through it. It's good. I mean, it's every bit as good as Cobra Commander and Duke. And it's kind of like a James Bond thing if James Bond was actually Blofeld. And
Oh, okay. Oh,
instead of
man.
focusing on instead of the hero being James Bond, the main character is Blofeld.
Oh,
So
damn.
it's kind of like that. Michael Solvis is here. What's up, everybody? What's up, Michael?
What's going on, Mike?
I had seen you on Black Friday, but said, "Hey, get Destro."
I know, and I'm like, again, I was trying to rectify a annoyance from months ago, and still have not done that. But
So no new car.
no, I did not go on Price is Right.
Hmm.
They keep asking me to pay money for them.
The nerve. Ryan Daly, random. Cincinnati's QB Joe Burrow bought one of the Tumbler Batmobiles from the Dark Knight trilogy for $3 million. I guess with the season the Bengals have been having, he needed a win. I mean, you don't think his Cody Rhodes haircut isn't a win? Guess he's not going to finish his story. What do you want to talk about though, Ryan? But seriously, I mean, you know what's crazy to me? Maybe this is comic book fan in me. I'm like, only $3 million for a Batmobile? Huh. I mean, I'm kind of like, if I had football quarterback money to blow, you know what I probably would have done? With bought one and have it, be the standard one, and then got a Bane kitted out version, camo paint job, and just run them around in the snow like, I'm coming for you, Batman. I mean, I don't know. That's just me. That's kind of stuff. This is why I'm not a famous athlete or celebrity, because my purchases would have my peers going, that is amazing. I would do the same thing. It wouldn't be like, check out this lavish mansion. It'd be like, yo, I can't believe you just bought another Batmobile. He sure did. Yeah. This one's like the Tim Burton Batmobile. Yeah.
But you need the house to have the Batmobiles. So you also have to have it ridiculous. But then you're like, yeah, I am getting the kitted out version. There's no way around.
My house would have a
and I pretty much have to figure out, can we get the bridge layer to work? Just saying.
Nothing's a problem for the bridge layer. Speaking of no problems, it's our guy. He's here. He's back. It's Chief, and he is fully wrapped out in New York Giants style. You can see him, people. He is proud. What's up, Chief?
We're tanking for the bank.
There you go.
Good evening, gentlemen, ladies. How's everybody doing?
I'm good, man. We're talking about random ways to waste money, and Joe Burrow, Cincinnati Bengals QB, is like, this season is a wash, but you know it's not my bank account. I'm buying a Tumbler Batmobile. And he only paid $3 million, which I feel like as a celebrity quarterback, $3 million on a Batmobile. Yeah. So what kind of ridiculous stuff would you get if you had quarterback money to blow and $3 million was absolutely nothing to spend to get a cool Batmobile?
I'm gonna say negative on that.
This is also why you're not famous.
That's also why I'm not famous, man. Because I'm not buying a Batmobile. I'm not gonna buy a banana taped to a board. Now I might have a luxury car. I might go upper echelon luxury car, maybe a Rolls Royce Cullinan, a Lamborghini, the new Lambo. It's beautiful. Something of those that along that nature though. But I'm not going Bugatti. I'm not paying $3 million for a car.
But you're in Cincinnati, so a Batmobile Tumbler actually is mildly practical.
Snowdrift. Bring out the tumbler. Come on, man.
No, man, that's wild. $3 million. I mean, that's just.
You just said $50 million for a Bugatti. That's a steal. $3 million.
No, I'm not going to do it.
Bugattis are only Bugattis. I don't think go for 50. I think they're $3 million.
3 to 5, yeah, depending on what you got.
But
the Chiron. I'm not going to do it.
You go, swear to me, on top of a Bugatti? No, you cannot.
No.
No, that's not me, man. But my house would be nice. It would have a huge pool, diving board, grotto.
Gotta have a grotto. Hey, honestly, the diving board is much more of a liability. The grotto, it pays for itself.
Listen, you're not bringing in anybody over to your pool that's going to see you. So,
cigar room, shooting range, probably a bowling alley.
So you wouldn't have a house; you'd have an estate.
Yeah. I mean, it's not going to be So that's where my money would go into where
At
I'm
least
at.
the hounds.
Huh?
God.
I've been
You
looking
do
at houses in Potomac all the time. As soon as I win the lottery, I've already got the one I want to picked out.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
You guys are invited up. Come up
You're
on the
gonna
weekend.
take-
You count of Monte Cristo with the
You're gonna take
wheelbarrow full of
Daniel's-
money.
You know, come up on the weekends, fellas.
Go ahead, bro.
I was gonna say you're gonna take Daniel Snyder's old place.
No, that's in. I saw that it's going for 33 million, sitting right there on the Potomac in Virginia. It's
Mhm.
beautiful,
Mhm.
but 33 million again. We are out of my range, no matter what kind of money I have. I think if I have, just say, the lotto gave me 200 million. I have 200 million in my bank account.
Okay.
Around 10 million. Around 10 million is where I stop for a home. If it's not, if I can't get, if it can't come in $10 million, then it's not going to do nothing. I can't, you know what I mean? So it's 10 million and under, man. Now, and I wouldn't even get a yacht. You know what I mean?
No, I mean, but like if you lived on the Potomac and you actually had to tolerate going into DC, you can at least take your boat over and not have to deal with traffic. I mean,
sir, a yacht is a boat, but not every boat is a yacht. So you won't see me on a boat, dear sir. We will be traveling on a yacht. Oh, G.I. Joe, huh? What happened with the race with G.I. Joe?
Like every it was super diverse. That's
okay.
We were talking
like Captain Planet.
I feel like I should never have G.I. Joe and Captain Planet mentioned in the same sentence.
I took a shot at it. What are you gonna do?
Hey, whatever you do your thing. I just, good gosh, man. I think I just wanted to like it, and it was no.
Even the dogs aren't okay with that reference,
right?
Yeah, they hear a noise. The bird sets them off. Once the bird gets the burp, burp, the dogs go to see what he's yelling at. Yeah, so
haven't read Destro yet, but I did flip through just the pictures. Sure, just the pictures. Wait, and it was just a tiny bit disappointed. It was not by the same artist as the previous ones, and no Williamson. So Tom Riley is the artist for Duke. Good news for you though. He's the artist for G.I. Joe, and I'm trying to remember who did the art for Destro. It's solid. I mean, it's like once you get into it, I mean, like start reading the issue, it's fine, and it's like, oh, okay, whatever. And Tom Riley, who does Duke, is the ongoing artist for G.I. Joe. So I really like Tom Riley. He's solid. You should enjoy reading that because that artist is the same. What else? Yeah. And gosh, I think it's Dan Waters who wrote Destro. He's solid. He's right on point with how Williamson wrote Destro. So it's not going to be this jarring. This is not how Destro sounded earlier. It's good. Y'all are going through the list fast. Okay, let's see. Time to star more stuff. There you go. Ryan, I would bedazzle with Batmobile like a 9-year-old girl's backpack. Right. Start doing ridiculous stuff with our money.
I respect that.
Yeah. Has Brock Purdy made $3 million in the NFL yet? No, he is not. Funny that you mentioned that though. This came in the mail. The other day. I'm very happy with this. My Brock Purdy figure. So I've got all the quarterbacks that the Niners have had make it to the Super Bowl. I've got my Cap, Brock Purdy now. Actually, I don't have a Jimmy G one yet.
Huh. Okay. I don't think you're gonna get one.
Probably not in Niners gear. Maybe backup Rams QB gear. But got Steve, of course, in Montana. But yeah, I got Brock. Chief, if you had $3 million, would you buy a Verizon truck?
I would not. I may never see another Verizon truck again. You know what I mean? I would go to a place where there was no Verizon.
Just like a permanent zone around it where Verizon cannot exist.
And not to be petty, but there would be no Chief on Lyle's movie files. Good luck, guys. Good luck.
I'm out.
I guess that's why we're just going to keep rooting against your Lotto success and the parlays. So far, it's been working.
Listen, man, I will be known as the one who disappeared
Actually, that would be Gunner or Javon.
No, those,
You just
yeah,
be the
well,
latest one.
those are the other guys. For me, yeah, you like, what happened to Chief? It'll be a tale that they tell. You know what I mean?
One day, we think he won the lottery.
Right.
And then we
He
never
just
saw
left
him.
the group checks. And he was gone.
Never see him again. An Oscar Mayer Wienermobile.
Now, would you get the hot dog supplied to it so every time you went to it, there was hot dogs ready wait for you?
I mean, if you're gonna get a Wienermobile, you've got to have your hot dogs
Right.
at the ready.
Devontae Adams has a Taco Bell in his house.
Right. And a golf cart to drive to his Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Unless he turned out to buy a Lotus Elise or the John Wick car.
That's pretty.
I don't even know what the Lotus Elise is. But I trust you saying it's a beautiful car, that it must be beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Shout out Tony Bruno. David Thanos. There are only two Batmobiles I would buy, 66 and 89. I know Jerry Lawler has a 66 one.
Oh.
Nice.
That 66 one is lovely.
It is. Can the tumbler turn into a motorcycle? That's a great question, Michael. On the weekends, go out and you're riding on it like this, and then you bump up against walls and oh man.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder if the tumbler does have the motorcycle extension in there.
Probably 6 to 8 bedrooms, 10 and a half baths.
Some shower only, huh? Or we talking?
Well, you gotta have, yeah.
You have the half baths.
Couple of showers only, but you're gonna have the bathtub with the jacuzzi. I love that.
Yeah, I'm with you. And then you'd have like your sonic disruptor one. So if you're going to blow up the bathroom, nobody hears it. They just hear like an awesome song coming through it.
Well, I don't know if you watch the shows where they have the big houses like that, right? They have in those houses, some of those bathrooms have a guy side and a girl side. So you never have to be in your girl section of the bathroom. So they would never hear you. You'd be like, listen, no, you're spending the night over. This is your side. Do not venture over to the other side. This is your bathroom for the night. Here it is.
The other side.
You know what I mean?
And a more important question, David wants to know how many maids?
You as many as it takes to clean that thing. You know what I mean?
All the staff.
Why I gotta get my mic cut, Thanos?
Just in case you needed to reenact any scenes from Coming to America in your bath. One of your 9 baths. She should start a game show called Yacht or Not.
Hey, listen, the way it costs to maintain those things, probably not. I'm just probably, you know what I mean?
Hey, there you go. Blake has a t-shirt all set. I think we have literally talked up. We have talked up one of our other guys. So I want to see if we'll see a picture of one of the other guys here. But let's see. Oh, we do. What's up, other guy?
What? The other guy.
What?
Man, I knew it was cold down here.
Hey, check out that crystal clear picture too. I mean, look at that.
That is strictly from the cell phone.
Hey, man, don't hate on the cell phone picture. That is coming through.
How are you?
And there, it switched back.
Too good to be true.
Man, when you tell, how do you say your dog loves you without saying it?
I'm saying it. She's licking the grays out of your beard. Yeah.
Hey, man, ain't nothing better than a dog, man.
Man, I love them both.
Except for a $3 million tumbler. What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm great, man. I'm home early. So here's the thing about working 2 jobs. This sucks, in case nobody's told you. Especially when you go from white collar to blue collar. It's something to be said about that, you know. I don't want to bore anybody to tears, but in the evening I work at the Showplace Arena here in lovely Prince George's County. It's a equestrian center / event center. And mostly my duties are like operating heavy machinery, when it's indoor shows, forklifts and all that kind of garbage. And it's not great. It's not great. Yeah, it's just not great.
It's paying bills. All respect.
Soul crushing bit.
They
That's what
are.
happens when you got kids going to UMD, man. That shit ain't cheap.
Yeah.
It's not cheap.
Hey, speaking of somebody who has one of those lovely loans that keeps growing and growing, we do
Dude,
appreciate you.
it just doesn't stop.
Bro.
And look, as I told my oldest, look here, Slim. I ain't doing all this for you to go get a job of managing a Starbucks or, taking all this robotics degree so you can go and work at some toy store or imagination factory or something. You better build them shits off of iRobot. You better make us rich.
You are an investment kid.
You're an investment completely.
Don't drop the ball. All right. Well, man, we got an appearance from Mr. Heat Miser himself, Jay King. Wow. All right. So let's get into all this stuff. A new Star Wars show dropped, and I was determined not to be weeks and months behind on something. So I watched the first 2 episodes. I've actually watched the first 3 episodes and reviewed the first 2, which dropped yesterday on Disney Plus. And unlike some of the other shows where people are like, no, thank you. Why are you doing this? Star Wars Skeleton Crew seemed to have a little bit more, okay, we'll see where you're going with this, than say the Acolyte. And Keith Cooper, what up? Falling asleep on the Star Wars talk. But listen, Skeleton Crew looked like it was Star Wars meets Goonies. From the first trailer, I was like, oh, that's the vibe I'm getting. And in every possible way they could incorporate the two, it is a complete marriage of Star Wars and Goonies. And the first 3 episodes are a lot of fun. Definitely have that sense of adventure, something that we haven't seen from Star Wars before, where it's like, okay, and I know, Chief, you did not watch this whatsoever because there is 0 lightsabers so far. And I'm digging it, and except for one character. I'm sure you can guess, Jace, if you watched it. But I really dig Skeleton Crew so far. It feels fun. I will admit to a little bit of cynicism, like, yeah, I can already see the ride the Skeleton Crew, check out the castle, or raid the Pirate Bay. I can already see that ride being constructed right now. And during the Disney parade or Christmas, on Christmas, they're going to show our first look at the Skeleton Crew Pirate Bay portal. But beyond that, really digging it. So, did you watch it?
I did.
Haha.
Yes, I figured we were going to talk about it, so I was like, all right, I know this isn't something. As I said months ago, this was not geared towards my age bracket. So it was a little easier for me to like not come in there like kind of crapping on it. It's like, this isn't geared to me. So if it's enjoyable, let me do it. I was kind of what I ended up doing. I didn't like, you say you had it. I didn't like the main character as much as I liked everybody else.
Who are you considering the main character?
The kid whose father's looking for him.
Are you talking about Mikey?
Yeah.
Come on. I couldn't stand Fern.
I
couldn't stand Fern. She was the most obnoxious and
she is right now, from the 2 episodes I've seen, she is Miss Know-It-all. I'm smarter than you. But the guys are actually kind of playing into that. So it's like, okay, this like the one moment they think they got one over and she's like, no, I got one over. Like, okay, that's fun. But Fern is like kind of the annoying kid, like, I told you not to say anything. It's like,
oh gosh. Oh gosh. She's so annoying. She is like Lucy if there was a Peanut Star Wars thing where she's just like, oh,
at least, again, and I'm gonna go to the point you make. What I like about the show is it smartly says, hey, we're past Return of the Jedi. We can do whatever we want in this little area because we're not stepping on any toes and we're creating our own fun adventure, which we think is fun. That was the thing that always got me with Acolyte is they could have gone 2,000 years ago before Revenge of the Sith, and it would have. You can play around and do whatever you want, and as soon as you thought, oh yeah, we're like 100 years, it's like no, like that's what screwed them up. It was you're gonna step on toes, but you want to go 5 years after Return of the Jedi? We don't even know if we're post Mandalorian. We're doing something different. We're having some kids. They're going on wacky adventures, and go. And I think that's right now why I'm like, okay, this is kind of fun.
All right, so Ryan says, I thought episode 1 of Space Goonies was just okay, but necessary for introducing the characters. Episode 2, though, set a fun tone that I enjoyed a lot. Yes.
Yeah.
Fern's the best one. We disagree, my good friend. Keith Cooper, I heard the main kid is annoying. Which did you hear was the main kid? Because I feel like Fern and Wim are positioned as the main characters. I felt like Fern was annoying to me because it was a situation where Wim is the fun one who is directing their mayhem and mischief, and Fern doesn't have to be a part of it. Like she could totally just said, I don't need to do this. But instead she's there, and I'm like, she's honing in on his fun. And he just wants to have a good time. He's like, this is a grand adventure. And she's like, no, you need to listen to me. I'm like, dude, nobody invited you along in the first place.
But again, that if we do have little kids actually interacting with everybody, you do have that like one person, I'm the know-it-all, I'm the boss, and then the other one's like, I don't care, I'm gonna have some fun.
I wouldn't like that kid either. All right, so who's that kid?
Who was that kid?
Who was that kid in Goonies?
And Goonies was Chunk.
Chunk was the know-it-all?
Like, no, he's like he was trying to stop them the whole time from doing everything. He's like, "Come on, man, Mikey, come on."
And you know what happened with him? He got moved off. He got captured by the Tortelli. So the rest of them gonna have fun. And if Fern gets captured in the next few episodes, I'm with it. But I'm like, stop messing up everybody's fun or my fun. Because I'm like, yo, Wim, I'm with you. Go have some fun. And his mistakes are causing them to have drama and adventures that felt really organic and natural for a kid, where there wasn't some, oh gosh, you press this button and now you're in the middle of this Imperial War. It's like, oh, we're to a pirate port. Okay, whatever.
Yeah, like the actual kid who you tell a kid, hey, don't press anything. No problem. Did you press something? No, not me. You expect that from a kid, so it's not. You don't have like, oh my gosh, this is the most annoying thing ever. But there were times I did fun. It's like, dude, how do you manage to get into this dumb mess?
He I don't know. I felt like everything he did made sense to drive the story along in a way that is like, yeah, is he naive? Or some of the things he does, like, oh, come on. But I don't feel like the same way I do with an adult character does that kind of stuff. I'm like, you moron. I'm like, you're a kid. You're allowed to make these dumb mistakes because you are a kid. And these kids have clearly been sheltered. So it's like, cool. Yeah. I get it. No one has told you right and wrong to this extent. You have no knowledge. You're now about to witness the strength of street knowledge. That's what's happening to them right now. They have none of it.
I also like what I liked is in the second episode, they come up with, hey, if you have an issue with these kids being naive, it's because of our secret we've actually laid down basically in the start of our show. It's they are sheltered, and there's a reason for it. Now they get to explore the galaxy in a whole different way than anybody else would. So, I mean, yeah.
Michael Solis says it's good because it's giving you a different view of the universe and a good story, not directly involving Jedis, maybe. Yeah, maybe. We don't know yet. But yeah, I think that's what they need, and I think that's why Mandalorian worked, because it was not, hey, how can we tie this to the Skywalkers? You know, I mean, clearly the tie into the Skywalkers was the best moment, but it was able to function and exist without, oh, well, I know Han Solo. Han Solo told me to come in. We didn't know how any of these characters would connect to anything that we knew from the cartoons, from the live action stuff. It's just like, oh, wow. There's something else in Star Wars beyond any 6 degrees of separation to a Skywalker. And that's been really fun. And I think so far, the 3 episodes I've seen, it's been really fun. And what you have not seen yet is Jude Law his character to any real extent, and he's a really good addition to it, to that dynamic with the kids. And I'm really looking forward to hearing what people think of him and interacting and doing his thing. But yeah, it's good. I like this so far. I need space. Stand by me. Keith, man, you just not giving this thing but it's fun. I think if you like, the first episode is like a lot of, okay, here's this character and this is what they're about. But I think once I don't think that's the whole first episode. It's like, all right, where are you going with this? And then when they get there, it's like, oh, okay. And I think they were really smart with the first 2 episodes, airing them on the same night, where you get that appetizer, it gets you another one. Like, oh, okay, cool. And next week, I think you guys will really be into it. Chief, did you in fact not watch Skeleton Crew?
I did not.
I knew you would not. Any plans to watch it now that I've said there are no lightsabers?
No.
Absolutely not.
This is such a serious face. It's like like Daniel Joseph just came up asking him for a loan. No.
Hey man, I don't have any plans on watching it, man.
Okay, fair enough.
Look, if we're calling it Space Goonies, Space Stand By Me, give me Space Porkies. Give me Space Porkies.
Totally different movie.
I would love it. I would love it. See the Twi'leks in the showers. Yeah. Okay. I mean, that would be something different. It's a Disney property. We ain't getting it, but whatever.
I'm pretty sure I can safely say that was not going to get licensed.
That was not going to get green.
We're not going to see that ever. But you watch it.
Of Harvey Weinstein. How about you do something different with Star Wars? You're not doing that.
Twi'lek baby in the shower scene. You watch it.
How about Space Meatball? Never know why King hasn't been here.
We do ban him every now and then.
Chief, watched any anime lately?
No. So I gotta get on the. I think was it you? I think you told me like data gun. Datum gun. It was something. I got it saved on the Netflix. So I'm gonna watch that, and I did watch Demon Slayer. I guess the last season just played a few weeks ago, so I did watch that. So I'm looking forward to the next season of that. But anything, I don't think anything recent. I tried to get into Arcane. I don't know if you would call it anime, but I tried to get into that. I kind of
failed. That's on Netflix?
Yeah.
Is that the one on the title screen?
You got cold?
Yes.
Had to rep the school?
I really did.
Meanwhile,
I got to set the Sudan here.
Yeah, so I'm going to watch that. And so I've got that queued up. And like I said, I just finished watching the Demon Slayer. I've got some animes in the work, man. Did anybody have play more?
No, but what I do have is a 2-month free preview or trial or whatever of Crunchyroll. So send along your anime recommendations because I can actually watch them now. Jamelin, that sucks. Got pulled over coming back from a date. Just got home. Well, two things. First, glad to hear you're back here hanging out with us. And even being pulled over does not deter Jamelin Parks from coming through. We appreciate you. Also, was the day good? Good.
Yeah.
Actually, it was like, let's go in the positive.
Right. Exactly. We're on the same page. Like, cool, glad you're okay. How was the date? Because if the date was good, whatever. I got pulled over. But that date was amazing. Yes. Starting Arcane today.
Okay.
Good deal. Let's see. What else did I want to talk to y'all about? I had stuff queued up. So Skeleton Crew didn't sound like anybody here in the chat checked it out, which is outside of Ryan. Ryan was like, I love Fern. And Jace, you sound like you love Fern too.
I don't dislike anyone. I think that's the good thing. They're all coming, even though Wim is kind of annoying, but that's a little kid. I mean, again, I don't have to instantly like the guy, but it's like, okay, let's try it. Let's see what goes on.
Great date, no ticket, awesome, win-win, exactly.
You eat my Chick-fil-A, I'm gonna smack the turkey shit out of you. Get out of here.
Space Porkies is just Jabba the
Have you seen the intro to the DC universe yet, Jeffrey?
Ooh.
Is that what you sent me? I thought it was a podcast.
No, I don't know what I sent you. No. That's no. What I sent you was like DC is starting their own individual podcast that we're gonna have to watch because they're gonna always have the exclusive stuff, or we're gonna transcript. Let's be honest. But what I was asking you is, have you seen Creature Commando yet?
I didn't know it was on. They did a terrible job of advertising when it started.
Oh, I thought it starts tomorrow.
Oh, no, no.
Maybe
HBO Warner Brothers is not great about sending out stuff to the critics. So,
okay.
I mean, I'll watch it eventually. It's going to the back of the queue. The critics who have seen it are apparently raving, loving it. I'm not going to be one of those for a long time, just out of spite. I'm going to watch what Disney sent me earlier.
Thanks, Disney.
But that's just me. I'm sure the ones who got it are loving it. I'm not McDonald's on it. But more Star Wars news for you that I think you're going to be excited to hear this news. Dave Filoni was talking about The Mandalorian and Grogu and Ahsoka 2 plans. He is working on every episode of Ahsoka season 2. So that's good. I was talking to during the Disneyland premiere of Skeleton Crew. He was interviewed and said, I'm so well into that. I've been working it. I've been writing it. And I'm still the single writer on it. And so I've been enjoying doing that. But it's a challenge, of course. And working some of these arcs, though, through has been a challenge, and making sure it's all going to come out in a way that I think is exciting for fans. I know that they're interested in where some of the things I've developed in season 1. I'm pretty happy with it. Love working with Rosario. So I can't wait to get back to that. How excited are you for that?
Again, I'm still trying to figure out who they're going to get to replace Ray Stevenson. I think that would, that's kind of one of those things. I hope they get a really good actor to do that, so it doesn't feel like, oh man, Bailey, we really got robbed. I mean, more so robbed of what Ray Stevenson could have done in the role.
What about Titus Welliver? He immediately came to mind when you said that.
Somebody, you're talking about Lex Luthor from Titans.
You know what? I don't think I got to that point.
I didn't watch it either. What's that after that last season? I'm like, I'm good.
This guy, the devil from Lost. I think he can pull it off. Throw a little beard on him and give him pad up his costume a little bit. But
it's a costume. We don't actually as long as he looks pretty tall and imposing, I think he could do it.
Yeah, give him some of those Tom Cruise lifts.
Yeah, because somebody else mentioned was it Gerard Butler. I'm like, that's kind of a big role. I mean, that's a big ass, but I'm sure that'd be cool for him.
I mean, you've seen some of the movies Gerard Butler's doing. I'm sure he would be like, yeah.
All good's the check. On it.
I could lowball him based off of what those movies he's doing.
For all honesty, I probably watch beside if it's a romantic comedy, I'll probably pass. But if it's just a everyman action hero, somehow you're in the head of the Secret Service and you're from Australia, I don't know, but sure, whatever. Let's go with it. So I think I probably watch more of his movies than I realize. So yeah, he'd be like, what are you asking for? Sold. Disney money, sold more.
All right. Chief, back to your favorite universe, the DC one, with Creature Commandos. Are you planning to watch that cartoon show?
I don't even know what Creature Commandos is. So at this moment, no. I mean, I heard you talk about it. I was like, okay. It starts today.
Just like, nah, still no.
I was like, all right. I was clearly I didn't get the memo for this podcast because I have no idea what none of y'all are talking about at this moment. Star Wars, I've never heard of it. This new Star Wars that's out.
I knew you weren't gonna watch it. I mean, I would bet
I'm like
solid money on that you were not gonna give it any shot. Let's see here. I have shown you Creature Commandos, but I'm going to show you them again. Let's see here.
But I will say this.
Please.
I will be in the building tomorrow for Werewolves. The 7:30 showing at the cinema.
Oh, that's coming out tomorrow.
Hey, Chief, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna call all those obnoxious teenagers to get on their phones and sit really close to you and talk through the whole movie.
I will egg your house. Every cent in my bank account to buy eggs, and I will have people throwing eggs at your house for the next 2 weeks.
Wait, it's a werewolves movie out?
Yeah, it's coming out tomorrow, man. Can't wait to see it. I'm excited about it.
Why are you excited about this? Here's
I don't
Creature
even know what that
Commando.
is, bro. It's the only person I recognize is a Frankenstein-looking woman, and I don't even know. Is that a crazy weasel?
That's Weasel from Suicide Squad.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I don't know none of those people, man.
Yeah, my favorite part was when you said some lady that looks like Frankenstein. Like, you, the horror aficionado. You know what? Maybe she's a Bride of Frankenstein.
It's Bride of Frankenstein.
Is that okay? So okay.
Dr. Phosphorus.
Yep.
I know that's Captain Rick Flag's dad.
Yep.
Voiced by Frank Grillo, who's going to be in the movie you're going to watch tomorrow.
Who's dead?
Frank Grillo.
He was Crossbones in Captain America. Yeah. So now that you've seen it, this is the cartoon. Chief, are you going to watch Creature Commandos?
I don't know.
It's got monsters in it.
I don't even understand this right now.
It's basically,
are they fighting crime? What are they doing?
They're doing like a Suicide Squad thing where they're fighting against even greater monsters.
And what is the dude with the big eyes about, man?
That's Weasel from Suicide Squad.
I keep saying that's Weasel. Like I'm supposed to be like, oh, he just looks crazy.
Didn't you watched Suicide Squad, right?
If you're talking about the dude got killed in like the first 5 minutes of the movie, right?
Did you watch the post credits?
Nah, I didn't watch the post credits.
Yeah, he didn't die.
I saw that on cable, and as soon as it ended, I turned.
He didn't die. Actually, he was still there. He got up and just shook it off and was like, so
I mean, he's Bill the Cat. Let's be honest.
A woman named Frida. Let's see here. And only Bloom County people will get that reference. There's Weasel right there.
So that's how he looks even in the real on the live action.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they got the bug eyes down just fine for him. So
hey man, y'all enjoy. Let me know the podcast where you review it so I can skip that podcast.
I'm gonna leave you no episode notes on that one either. I hope Red Bull season 5 is good. And I hope they kill him and have an apprentice follow his trail. Oh, I hope they don't kill him off. Ray Stevens has a son. Chief, you see the trailer for Wolfman? Are you seeing that too?
I probably will go see Wolfman. Anything with werewolves. I'm going to see
werewolves and Creature Commandos. Chief,
who was the werewolf?
King Collector. They didn't show the picture of that yet. What's up, man?
Did y'all ever see Dog? Yes, sir. Dog Soldiers yet? Did you ever watch that yet?
No, I did not.
Oh man.
Did you watch Daredevil season 3 yet?
I'm never gonna watch it. I'm never gonna watch it now.
I think you're just being petty at this point, guy.
You know what I mean? Petty's my middle name.
Chief Twilight fan. You know it, Michael. He is the biggest Twilight fan.
Absolutely no.
Okay.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
I saw the movies, but I'm not a fan. That last movie angered me so badly. Michael, you must be new, man. Don't even get me started on that last trash ass movie that we sat through. Don't even get me started, man. I'm telling you, no, I'm not a fan. Yes, I did see the movies. That last movie was some some garbage.
Okay,
Here's
Chief, I always bless with you on this. Man, I appreciate, was it Breaking Dawn 2 versus, what was it, the second movie where she's crying half the dang movie?
All the movies was garbage, man. But you went to see them. You went to see them because they were blockbuster movies. So it was just like, okay. And at the time, if you were single and dating a shorty, that's what she wanted to go see. You know how many movies I've seen several times that I hated?
All right, what's two of them?
What's two movies that I saw several times and hated?
Just two of them that you've seen several
The
times.
Notebook is one. I've seen that. I can't even tell you how many times I saw The Notebook. What was that? It was another love story. It's gonna come to me, but I hated that too. And then action movies. I mean, how many action movies have I gone seen? The Fast and the Furious. I've seen Fast and Furious 2. What's the one with the what's his name? With the garage with Ludacris. And they drove to the garage, and then all the cars came out. I can't tell you how many times I've seen that. That was right at the height of my powers. I went and saw that thing. I felt like I was in a movie theater every night watching that damn thing.
Jace, do you remember that Fast and Furious movie with the garage? Okay. Are you talking about where the cars are coming out of the garage?
Yeah, where they set them up, and then all the cars started coming, so they couldn't chase the right one.
That was like 8. That wasn't even that long ago.
No, man, it was like the first appearance of Tyrese.
That was like 3. 3.
Yeah. I said with Taj, when he was new, they all ran to the garage, and then he had all the cars parked in the garage. They opened up the joint, and like 100 cars.
Okay. That was Too Fast, Too Furious.
Okay.
That was
okay. So that was before Lil Bow Wow in Tokyo, right?
That was the third one.
Okay.
Tokyo Drift.
Yeah.
I can't believe you're hating on Fast and Furious.
No,
you
sucks.
What'd you say?
That whole thing sucks.
I'm gonna take the leftover egg droppings.
I don't care, Jeff.
And the shells.
Fight me on it. What are the Fast and the Furious crew now? Are they car Avengers? What are they?
Yes.
What? No, I can't.
And they're also a little bit of the Guardians of the Galaxy. They went to space too.
When the Rock slapped the torpedo out of the Antarctic drive, I'm done. Keep all.
Wait
of
a second. You weren't done when he broke the cast? Come on. I mean, he flexed and broke his cast.
They don't even get money no more.
I buy that wrestling garbage, but here's the thing about it. When you're slapping torpedoes with your bare hands, I got to cash out.
Have you seen his bare hands, though?
Yeah, I mean, great. But Shaq, yeah, big hands. You're not smacking a torpedo. I was like, look, I can only suspend disbelief for so long. That was crazy work. I can't do it.
I can't believe you watched that movie and that was the one that made you go.
Yeah, that was the one. I'm sorry. It was all. Look, I was able to say, all right, this is all ridiculous, and I can deal with it. But that was enough for me.
Which one?
Enough. What was that, like
8?
27 or I don't know. What was that, like 9? It was 8 or 9, wasn't it?
Are you talking about?
It was 9. It was 9.
Are you talking about Fast and Furious in space?
Just like
Fast and the Furious goes to Manhattan. Yeah.
Oh wait. Yes. Gosh, there was a lot that happened in those movies. I think you're talking about 8. So
I'm gonna be honest with you, Mike. What was the one where they were in Cuba and that whole ridiculous opening car chase scene or car race scene in Cuba?
Was that Brazil?
Was it Brazil or Cuba?
This is Brazil.
This
is Brazil. Yes, Brazil. Brasilia. Yeah, I was done, man.
Yeah, the stunts got bigger and bolder and more
dumber.
wilder. Like at the end of it, we're just gonna find out that they're just invincible, and they've been gods this whole time. But
Chief, I told you, car Avengers, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, Brazil.
Yeah.
There are a lot of ridiculous movies, but they have basically said from the first one, stop treating this realistic. And y'all who have watched 2 through 10 now going, this ain't ridiculous. I can't get with you.
Okay.
They're ridiculous.
Let's see. Here's the funny thing. The one that's everyone talks about is so not ridiculous is, Tokyo Drift. Like, that was actually you can do that with a car.
It was realistic.
Yeah,
And
like
look,
I mean,
No.
I know people
trashed that
used to
one.
drift, so it's not out of the norm that people drift like
We trashed that one, Jace, I believe, because Lil Bow Wow.
that.
I don't.
Right.
Love DK and
I
Tokyo
liked
Drift Crew.
I liked
Fine.
it before it got it. I would say retconned into the bigger story because,
How
but it
did
was
you get
always
that
part.
sock? Leave it alone.
Oh,
That
yeah,
wasn't part of the movie.
yeah.
That was Porky's
At
in
all.
space.
But yeah, Chief, I just watched the trailer for Wolfman. That did look good.
Yeah. Well, you know, if it's a werewolf movie, I'm going to see it.
I mean,
I don't know how realistic that is though.
What, werewolf movies? Listen, don't direct your anger at me. That's Javon you mad at.
don't be
That's
sassy, me, boy.
That's Heat Miser. I ain't got
I'm
nothing to
not
do
gonna
with
be
it.
here next week. I gotta,
Well, get him. He's not gonna be. Don't get me. Get
You
him.
might
I'm
not
here
be
every
here
week.
till March again. You better get it all in while you can.
Your contract, you're expensive. Setting up
Like
that
pay
remote
for a
Wi-Fi
beer.
station outside your spot, it's too expensive.
Hey, look. Got that hot spot. Hey, look. Hey, Blake. No joke. This daddy special reflecting socks. I need these. It's hard out here. Gallon of milk more than a gallon of gas. It's hard. It's hard in the world. These bills here.
Chief,
These
what else
bills
are you
hit
selling
different.
over there?
Oh man.
Ain't
Okay.
got nothing to do with nobody in their socks, man.
Man, these,
She's like,
hey,
I'm
at least it
looking-
ain't filled with Vaseline. That's one thing you gotta.
Ice Cube wouldn't approve. All right. Let's see. Where do I go now? I don't even know where to follow that up with. Okay. Tell me if this makes more sense to you. This is James Gunn talking about this infinite rabbit hole that is Peacemaker season 1 and the Suicide Squad. Yeah, they're light canon. He talked to the Hollywood Reporter. Peacemaker is pretty straightforward, with the exception of the appearance by a certain group, the former DCU's Justice League at the end. They don't exist yet. But the rule is if we mention something from the past in one of the new DC shows and movies, then it happened. So that's the way we're dealing with it.
Okay,
Does
what
that make-
about Amanda Waller?
I don't know. I mean, I don't
I mean,
understand. how
that
this
was
works.
always. I mean, it was as great an actress as Viola Davis was. She was a linchpin between. She was almost your Nick Fury, but you decided, we'll keep her. Like,
And what about what's my girl's name? Danielle Spencer? Danielle something.
is
That's
that
her
his wife?
character.
That's her daughter or niece or whatever.
Oh, yeah, she's in it.
Yeah, she's probably gotten too big for it, right? She just won an Oscar, didn't she?
Yeah, she's a big actress now.
Yeah.
I think it's a good paycheck. Good to be in DC. Like, I mean, when this inevitably flubs after Creature Commandos,
What are
or
you talking
Chief and Jeff have said after Superman,
Wait a second. I'm not on this kick of Chief. I have high hopes for Superman. High hopes. She was nominated for an Oscar.
Okay, she's nominated. I will say this: after watching that Christopher Reeves Superman thing, it just solidified it, man. That is the hardest to me. That is the hardest role in Hollywood to play.
Hey, let me say this.
Go for it,
I
Jeff.
cannot watch that movie because I'm like, nope. I know it would be a blubbering mess at the end of that movie. Like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, dude, it's really difficult because you cannot hear Optimus Prime's voice other than what's my man's name? Peter Weller?
Cullen.
Yeah.
Peter Cullen. Yeah, it's just like that for me. I cannot hear Optimus Prime's voice other than Peter Cullen. I cannot see Superman as anybody than Christopher Reeve. I'm sorry.
Okay, Ron, let me.
Oh, you want to take it? You want to? Why don't you take
Yeah, I'm going to take
Please
it.
go.
Set me up.
Go.
All right. So I don't know how many of you guys watched the finale of Superman and Lois, but that show was so freaking good. That ending of that was so what you would want at the end of a TV show. They knew they had a year to write out. hey, we can write our own ending. They wrote that thing so good. It was and Tyler Hoechlin for not having the giant size of Superman is literally that's the only thing that stops him from being probably two, for being Superman. I still think after I probably still putting him as two. Like Henry Cavill looks the part of Superman. I don't think he got the best. Him snapping Zod neck is always going to knock him down for me.
What are you talking about?
And that's always going to knock him down. But Tyler Hoechlin's version was so like, this is why
perfect.
Seriously, because like his was so good. Think about it, like his first appearance was in Supergirl when he was shaking everybody, saying it's like, this is what you would want from Superman. It's like, oh yeah, we agree with you. We're making the whole show for him. Oh, and we're gonna kick for every problem you have with Supergirl. We're going to put him on a whole new world to just give him so that we can all those legacy issues gone. We don't have you got red heat vision. Don't worry about that problem. Yeah, and
he is really undeniably the best Clark Kent Superman, because I feel like sometimes it's a Batman or Bruce Wayne, like, oh man, this guy's a great Bruce Wayne, his Batman. Because I would argue that Ben Affleck does the best of both. Yeah, period.
I agree to that. I agree to that.
And I think Tyler Hoechlin's Clark Kent and Superman, literally, like if they had Lucasfilm just CGI up a bigger body for him, he would be the perfect Superman. He is so good in that role. Like Jay said, his very first scene, he's going in the star. Hey, how's it going? And he's just Superman right from the very first scene. And every episode of Superman and Lois, he is just Superman. And like he's saving a little kid, and he's like, oh man, nice costume. He goes, thanks. My mom made it for me. He really embodied so much of what, those of us who grew up watching Christopher Reeve as Superman, nobody else. It's like, oh man, this is that Superman in a modern setting.
And that's great, but nobody saw it.
It was on the CW.
And like I said, and that's great, but nobody saw it. We all saw Christopher Reeve. Everyone globally saw Christopher Reeve.
That's great.
Very hard.
Javon, I think once the final season of Superman and Lois comes on to Max, I think it's going to get I think you're going to get a whole lot more views on that show, and they're going to be like,
and Jace, that's great, but what is that going to lead to? Nothing, because they already cast the Superman.
Yeah, I'm wondering. You lead to our next problem. I wonder how good David. Don't remember his last name.
Cornsweat.
Yeah. Okay. Wait till I'll remember when I actually see a movie. Okay. But he's got heart. As Javon said, those are big shoes to fill. Because for most of the people living who watch movies, our first real Superman is Christopher Reeves.
That's not true anymore. There's like whole generations who never watched his movies, who grew up. Michael Solis says, I watched the entire thing in Smallville, not knowing it's a Superman TV show, but I was like 12 when it came out. He didn't watch Christopher Reeve's Superman, and some people watched Dean Cain as their first Superman. Ugh. And then others watched whatever old boy was who did the Superboy show. Like,
and that's great, but nobody's going to make a movie about them 20 years after they died.
But that's because of the nostalgia factor for us.
That's because Superman 2. That's because Superman, the original series, the Richard Donner movies, still show to this day. They still show.
Because here's the thing about those movies is because like the original Superman, let's say 1 to 3 are real straight up PG movies. You could show. If your kids have it, like I know Javon's kids don't have a tolerance for some of these older movies. Right. But if you can do that, if they can get through that, they're like, yo, this is like.
No, they still watch them. They've seen them. They agree. Yeah. They agree. And look, without the super suits, without guys juicing for the Hollywood diet to be or the Hollywood workout to be, oh yeah, nobody's on the gas. No, nobody. But yeah, even without all of that, the stat. What did Rudy say? The stature of that guy let me know he was Superman.
See, here and this is one of the problems with. And then, again, I own the Snyder Cut to these movies, so I'm not just crapping on Henry Cavill. If you had shown the actual version of Superman Dawn of Justice, you would actually, oh, this dude is a really good Clark Kent. Oh, he's really good as Superman. I think he would get high. He gets higher up, but again, I'm always going to say killing Zod in the first movie screws him up. Like they should have found some loophole instead of making him more grounded, more relatable. It's like, no, you have to make again. If you kill him, if he kills Zod, Batman, Bruce Wayne is right. It's like there's a 101% possibility. Take it as 100% certainty he's going to do it to everybody. Like that's what screws it up.
What's up, Clint Dean? Now, what are you laughing at?
Clint, what's up, man?
I feel like you're laughing at Javon too.
I don't care. I don't know Clint. I owe him nothing. I owe none of you nothing. Remember
Wizard
that.
of Oz.
You owe us all stuff from King.
I owe you nothing. I have
You owe
so
us an
crushing
appearance
bills.
in March.
Well, let's see how that goes. Let's see how that.
He might vacate the premise, until April.
They still show Wizard of Oz. Nobody's replacing that. Thank you, Michael. That is it.
They have not tried to replace Wizard of Oz.
Oh, I beg to differ.
Or what? I mean, like a straight up Wizard of Oz. Like,
they've again, maybe I'm mistaken, but they've tried to remake Wizard of Oz
at least 3 times.
Again, there is some. Again, there is as much as we
done Oz the Great and Powerful.
I like that movie. I think as much as people try and act like you have to get, grown up stuff that is actually much more wholesome stands the test of time. Like make the drink. You want to have something that stands up, make it PG. Don't make it PG-13, make it PG. You have much more of a lifespan to say, hey, I can actually watch this with my kids. My kids can watch it with their kids and go on and so forth. Like you do.
Let me get Chiefs here, because she's been quite quiet sitting in giant gear, and I want to hear the big man stomp through. Who is the definitive Superman to you, and who, if you know any kids who watch stuff like who aren't gray beards like us, because I think that's important, because they've done a ton of James Bond, like Rick Cage said, and Spider-Man. To some kids, Tom Holland's Spider-Man, not that old dude Tobey Maguire. Andrew Garfield might be their Spider-Man. The animated Miles Morales might be their Spider-Man. What do you think is like the definitive Superman? Or, I mean, do you know kids who've watched the Christopher Reeves ones and been like, oh, this is great, this guy is Superman, as opposed to Henry Cavill's CGI effect laden joint?
So I guess if you were born 70s to
the 70s.
Well, but I'm saying from the 70s to, because I mean, when was the next Superman? Superman Returns.
Yeah,
talk about
whoever
movie,
that guy was.
People came up on the Superman. It's Christopher Reeves. Then there was like a Lois, Superman and Lois before this Superman and Lois.
Wasn't there Superboy though?
There was Superboy. Yeah. Dean Cain,
Terry Hatcher.
Yeah. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So people watch, but that was a TV show. So, but people will probably watch that. You probably had some fans from that. They didn't do a whole bunch of Superman to me. Smallville, people watch Smallville, but my man didn't even know it was a Superman show till you know what I mean? So so I can't even say with him not knowing, I'm not even sure if people would do it was the definitive Superman show. And then I think for the younger crowd, because we're talking now 10 years now passed since the original Superman. We're in the 11th years of that. So I would say Henry has become the new Superman as far as movies go.
Gosh, you said 10 years, and it's like, oh, that can't be right. Yeah. We only have one Superman movie, and it's like,
but even then, that Superman is not fondly remembered. Man of
Right.
Steel is not fondly remembered.
I remember it fondly. I don't.
Okay,
I love that movie.
it's not. It was a success, but it was not a beloved. I mean, it was. I mean, what was it? It when it first came out, it was getting. I think critics and
That's
audience
true.
gave it like a 53 rating. It wasn't just every. It
It
was
wasn't.
critics.
Yeah.
It was maybe the audience might have given it in the 70s, but it was not great. I mean,
Yeah,
like
and
this
that's
is
my
we love
thing.
it.
I'm not defending it as a so-called graybeard because that's the Superman I grew up with. What I'm saying as a Superman body of work from 78 to 2024. Christopher Reeves made what, 4 of those movies?
Mm-hmm.
They still play annually across cable, across multi formats. People still recognize Christopher Reeves as their Superman. Even kids, even the people. If these kids have seen that movie, then they know that as Superman. They know there's been Superman movies, and those movies may not hold the same regard, even though, or even the Reeves movies because they're too young. But if they've seen those Reeves movies as compared to, they've seen more of Christopher Reeves as Superman than they've seen Brandon Routh, than they've seen of Henry Cavill.
No,
I-
Henry Cavill's done just as many
He's done
Supermans.
2, what? 2,
Uh,
3?
He did
No,
Batman
well,
Batman
you're
and
talking Superman
Superman.
movies. He's been in other movies, but I'm talking about his own movie. He's only had
Yeah,
one.
he's only
Yeah.
had one. That's a difference maker.
And just like Adam West is my Batman. I grew up on that Batman. The
Yeah.
Joker, was it George Romero?
George Romero.
Eartha Kitt. Who's the other Catwoman? Because there was 2 Catwomen.
Eartha Kitt,
Julie
Julie
Newmar.
Julian Newmar.
Yeah, yeah. So
The
that was
fact that we still
Batman.
remember this is tells you how good it was. I mean,
Yeah,
Joe
that's the
Piper,
Batman I
Anne
remember.
Hathaway.
No.
No. No.
So, all these other Batman, because back then shows were kind of, they were, when you look at them now, they were silly as hell. I
Yeah.
remember Batman the movie. He ran with that bomb for what, 3 minutes? Holding that,
Can't get rid of a bomb, Chief.
holding the round bomb. Hey, but Superman
And
was
you-
silly. When I look back on Superman movies,
Silly.
it had a silly aspect to it. So
he always had good. To me, I always thought that Superman had good. Like the main characters weren't the comic relief. That's why I like the opening scene of Superman 3, where all, like I say, all the explosions go on. It's Superman's there, but he's not the joke. And I think that's a big thing. It's like when you make a main character the joke, that's what everybody thinks of. But I think the early
What happens
Batman.
when you now, Jace? What happens when your villain becomes the comic foil because he has nuclear fingernails?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if we can count Christopher Reeve
I
as being
don't.
in
Hey,
4
hey,
movies.
Part four is always they didn't have a budget. Like again, as you saw, you heard me when I said the first 3 movies, right? You didn't hear me say 4. I said the first.
I'll give Chris
very
3
specific.
Superman movies.
Said the first 3,
God.
like, but
Fly around the world backwards. I
mean that scene is still referenced in movies.
Yeah.
Like that's tells you how good it was.
Adam West is Batman. Even showed up on Big Bang making fun of the recent Batmans. Says David Thanos.
I'm sure, like for Batman's actually a harder one because who did it the longest? I mean, it's Adam West and
That's the crazy part, right? So I'm sorry, Jace, I cut you off again.
no, because I'm just like there's like every Batman has been beside Michael Keaton. It's been 2
They've
movies.
had multiple movies, yeah, except for Clooney.
Affleck didn't even get really.
Did he? No, Affleck had 2.
Yeah, but
Clooney didn't. Clooney only had one, right?
One. I mean, he didn't have one solo movie.
2-ish. But you're saying solo movies in an era of movies where kids and audiences are used to. I mean, we don't go, yeah, but Chadwick was only Black Panther in 1 movie. We think of him as Black Panther because he had significant roles in Civil War, Infinity War, and not so much Endgame, but I mean, it was like good enough. and Black Panther. So I don't go, oh, he was
I
just
think
in
that's
one
different
solo
though, because he died he died as T'Challa in our minds, and no one else can play that role. It's like, okay, if Sylvester Stallone dies and while filming Rocky, whatever, and they insert Frank Stallone, I don't know who else, but yeah, they make this guy Rocky. You can't. He's Rocky. There's only one.
Okay. All right. So, and I know we mess around on this. I love Chadwick in that role. He's great, but is the character of T'Challa bigger than him? And I think it is. The actor Chadwick. Like, I think it's just they can recast, and I can keep it moving.
Like
They
if
did a great job.
Oof.
I missed
Oof.
it.
No, I said they did a great job of recasting them.
Yeah, man, but that's the. I mean, that's the problem. Is like when you have to. I mean, that's one of those Kevin Feige can say, "I know you want this, but we have more movies to make."
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I'm still with Kevin Feige, man. Anybody else sick of this dude?
I'm not sick of him. I think he was enjoying his vacation too long while they were planning those Phase 4 films. He was doing, hey man, look at all this money we made from Endgame. He was buying a $5 million Tumbler Batmobile. He just kept it on the low though. I think that if they'd stop making James Bond movies once Sean Connery finally aged out, how many good Bond films we've been deprived of.
yeah.
The same deal with other characters. Like, I think there's room for these characters to have various great versions. Christopher Reeve, Henry Cavill, Tyler Hoechlin, without it having to be but no one's gonna be as great as this. I think that's the great part of those different characters, because people in the chat have mentioned, well, heck, I mean, Kevin Conroy's a great Batman, and I don't think folks who watched that would be like, yeah, we got to disqualify him. He was never Batman except for that one episode of the crossover of Crisis. Like, no, he has to be in that mix with the great Batman actors, period. Even though we didn't see him in a cape running around either.
I mean, technically speaking, Jensen Ackles is a really good Batman too, for the animated ones he's been on.
There you go. Henry Cavill could rival Reeves if they could have kept the Superman away from Batman, Wonder Woman, and those other heroes. He should have done 2 more by himself. He could have been great. 16 Collector. Chief will agree with you. We did need more sequels,
but we needed more of that. That's the thing, King. We didn't get it. So it's like saying it's like when people compare, I don't know, somebody like Biggie Smalls, right? Notorious Big, to somebody who has a body of work. It's like, yeah, he could have been the greatest, but that was left to be seen. We didn't get the body of work. We need the body of work.
I don't feel that was big.
Thank you, King. That's you gave me my dummy of the week. Thank you.
But King the King there?
No. I forgot what I forgot. Yeah.
Big is the greatest.
I'm like,
Big, he could have been. He could have been,
my friend. Big is the greatest.
I love Big. Listen, I love Big. I love Big, but body of work. Body of work.
Thing is, his body
3 albums, bro.
No, it's not just 3 albums. That's the thing.
It's not 3 albums.
He's got 3 albums, but
Life After Death is a double album.
So many freestyles.
Listen, Life After Death
is a double album, my friend.
Life After Death is a double album, but there's a lot of filler there.
Filler?
There's a lot of filler there.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Good night, everybody.
There's filler in there.
There's filler in there. You can check. Hey, look, I'm not based on emotion.
Filler?
That's reality.
On what?
Some of those tracks aren't as good as everything else.
What is the filler?
There's a lot of filler there.
Sir. Sir.
It's not an emotional argument. It's reality. There's a lot of filler there.
Filler? Explain the filler to me.
There's a lot of filler there.
Explain the filler to me, man. You can't just say there's filler and then not give me no filler. Fill it up.
I'm going back to Cali.
I like it.
Player, hater, turn your head right. You've been right. We don't need none of that. The best tracks from that album, we know what they are. We know what they are. But it's not a classic through and through. It's a great album, but it's not a classic. Sorry. Die on the hill. You can die on the hill. Look, it's not a popular opinion. It's not supposed to be. But that album made the look. Ready to Die smokes that album, and you can give
Which
me
one?
whatever you like. Ready to Die smokes that album. Stop. We know it. We know it. You're not holding ready. You're not holding Life After Death to Ready to Die.
I don't know if that's entirely true. Now, the what made Ready to Die so
Thank
hot?
you, King. Thank you, King. You said it. You said
what made Ready to Die so hot was the remixes, right? I mean, come on, bro. I mean, he had the what he did with Method Man, but you had the
Live from Bedford Stuyvesant, the livest one, representing BK to the fullest. Unbelievable. I would hold the best tracks on Life After to that one song.
Sir.
That one song smokes.
Somebody's got to die.
And Jeff, you can laugh. You can laugh.
Asking you tonight.
Listen.
I love the dough. What's beef?
That's filler. That's
more
filler.
money, more problems.
It's okay. It's okay. You can love it, but it's all right.
I got a story to tell. Notorious Thugs.
That's all right.
You know what? Okay. Now we know. Now we know what we're working with.
I agree that it's filler, but come
on. Listen. Past Big's verse, that song is a throwaway. I don't listen.
Are you okay? What is it? I'm trying to think. Like it's Lazy Bone. Who comes right after Big?
And I don't care. I don't care. I don't care.
Javon, I don't care. I want you to listen to today's rap and then go listen to that song.
I'm not listening based on today's rap. I felt like that in '97. I was like, this is great. Okay, but it's not Ready to Die. Ready to Die was like, okay, there's albums that come out that people got to step their game up. That was one of those albums. Life After Death was a good album. It just wasn't it's not the best. And even if you include, what was it, Born Again? No, I can't hold his body of work up to Ice Cube's. I can't hold it up to Common's. I can't hold it up to Jay-Z or Tupac's.
LL Cool J?
Or LL Cool J.
LL's one of them, Mike. Come on, y'all need to do better.
So I'm like, look, I love Big. I'm not saying this is disrespect. It's a reality. His body of work. If Big would have lived beyond 25, yes. That's a reality. That's not emotionally based. That's reality. And you can laugh, and you can laugh, and you can laugh. That's a reality.
He is like, what is going on right now?
And Chief, listen, you can feel however you want. It's opinion based. At the end of the day, I stand on that. It's a body of work thing to me. As much as I love Big, I can't hold him to those who have the greater body of work than he does. I'm sorry.
Chief, I'm sorry. I'm gonna give my Brooklyn aficionado. He's got every remix that Big is on, and every that's where a lot. It's like Big has a lot of really good stuff that's not on those 3 albums.
Listen, and I'm holding all of that to it. I'm holding all of that to it as well. But those are singles. Those are songs. We're talking about albums.
Yeah, three. It's his albums. I mean. It's not a bad album. You can go to any other artist that you name. And
Michael, nobody's talking about Lauryn Hill, so holster your argument. We'll put a pin in that and come back to you at some point.
Even the dogs disagree. whoa! You're going to talk about Lauryn Hill, dude.
I like the emancipation of Lauryn.
I love that album, but yeah.
You know what, man?
Hey, look.
She's twirling in the chair.
Hey, look. I feel how you feel. I'ma feel how I feel.
And you like Pac? You think Pac did better than him?
I'm not saying better. He had a body of work, a larger body of work.
You know how many Pac's albums sucked?
We talking in life Pac? We talking in life Pac?
I'm talking album Pac. I mean, the first joint that really
was still alive.
Had a baby.
So we talk about Tupacalypse now. We talking about Strictly for My Niggas. We talking about Me Against the World. We talking about All Eyes on Me.
For the most part.
And we talking about Machiavelli. Tupacalypse was garbage. It wasn't on snuff
Okay.
with the rest of his
Okay.
work, right? But when we talking about here's Tupac's greatest works here. We're gonna do Me Against the World. What we laughing at? No, let's be real. What we
He
laughing
came
at?
up to the camera close.
No, listen to me.
It's like,
Me Against the World.
Mm-hmm.
We talking about Ice Cube, hard to beat that guy. And I agree with that, King, of course, because he had a body of work, a larger body of work. We talking about Me Against the World,
Mm-hmm.
All Eyes on Me. I don't know if you want to include the Thug Life. That was more of a compilation thing.
No, they can't. Like, no.
Yeah, we can't include that.
Like,
But Me Against the World, All Eyes on Me, and Machiavelli. Those 3 albums. Machiavelli, 7 Day Theory.
which one did you say Tupac sucked?
Apocalypse.
Tupacalypse. I mean, and that's
Let
to
me tell you
the
something, man, about Pac. That
Mhm.
and I might could argue that fact, but most of Pac's joints was team ups. If you go through Pac's joints, most of his greatest songs were team ups with somebody else. That Me Against the World album was fire, right?
Mhm.
But you take the joint he did when he got right out of jail. You take All Eyes on Me, right?
Mhm.
That joint was just a album with him and his mans and them doing songs together. Like almost the whole album was Pac and then featuring whoever was on the
Well,
song.
I disagree to that because 3 of the best songs from that album was just Tupac.
Okay.
yeah,
Just Tupac.
I'm with you on that. Like my favorite is All Eyes on Me, and the one thing against Pac is,
Hold on.
gosh, you can stop all of his songs after Pac's verse in Machiavelli, because gosh, the Outlaws are like, how can we kill this song?
Here's some
That's
water.
good.
We
That's
like
my
to pour
point.
on this song.
Yeah, they are like poison to his stuff.
I mean,
now, all
you-
and All Eyes on Me,
You can say fair
everybody who
assessment
he
to
has
that.
rapping with him, they're solid. But good
I'm not
God.
saying they're not solid. That's not my point. I'm saying that
Mhm.
Oh no, I'm with you, Chief.
you're not getting all the bars from Pac.
No.
So
Mhm.
he's so I'm saying Pac is not carrying that whole all
But
about.
at least out of those songs, you got 2
True.
verses from
They-
Pac, which was
true.
well enough.
Got My Mind Made Up. How Do You
Mhm.
Want It?
Get it.
Mhm.
America's Most
How Do You
Wanted.
Want It is all Tupac.
Well, he's got
I
Casey
came
and
to
JoJo singing
Bring the
the
pain,
hook.
but
No
that's a
more
hook.
pain.
That's
Yeah,
a
Bring the
hook.
War
That's a
Story.
hook.
just like
Bring the
killer.
War
I can't
Stories.
punish you
All
for
Eyes
a hook.
on Me.
I'm not punishing
California
nobody
Love
for a hook.
remix.
I'm not punishing nobody for a hook.
I ain't mad at you.
Rather
ain't
be
mad
your
at
dude
you.
with Richie Rich. All Eyes on Me. Big Psych.
Okay.
Big Psych
I
to get it
actually remember, like, basically, Suge Knight basically said, "Hey, we need to have Pac with a double album to get him out of this to get as much money out of this thing as possible. So we are going to put it's going to be 1 or 2 Pac verses with other people that have probably already recorded. Like, Got My Mind Made Up was literally supposed to be Dog Pound, but they needed to have a song, so they put Pac on that song because it was supposed to be on the Dog Pounds out.
It was.
Tell you, man. No, sir.
That's why You
No,
God.
sir.
I think it's either it's either You God or Master Killer. Like that's why when he said I am at the like that's verse.
I Am at the Rebel. That was Master Killer, I thought.
Yeah, Master Killer is supposed to have. He actually has a verse on there that is really good, but they took it off to put Pac on.
Mhm.
Like, I mean,
But this is the thing, and as it takes back to Big. If he had one more album, he's right there. It's just we didn't get enough. We did not get enough.
okay.
I love Big, Chief. There are so many. There are a lot of
that W of the
MCs
week. This is gonna be fun.
that
All right.
stand ahead
Before
of.
we get to the W of the week, we gotta get to our main topic.
Okay, sorry.
So it's Christmas time. Christmas time is here. Cue up the song. There are a lot of Christmas movies that I consume during this period, especially after I get done with my voting for the serious awards. And I just consume bad Christmas movies on Hallmark and Lifetime, where it is like a 3-part choose your own adventure. And it's like it has to start with a girl. She comes back home to her hometown and meets her old flame, who is now suddenly shockingly single. And she decides, oh man, everything in the city's all wrong. This is what I needed in my life. The variations of that theme, I watched one, Jingle Bell Run, where they actually did like a ripoff of The Amazing Race. And I was like, yeah, okay, I'm with this. The two leads had no chemistry, but I like the fact that they were doing something different. I was with that. And then they had one that I recorded until I realized, what the heck? This is Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce.
Oh,
Delete, delete,
What?
delete.
yeah, they did that. That was one that was just released not
gosh,
too long ago.
And they also have a Kansas City Chief focus. I'm like, what is this? I'm about to go on boycott the whole
my
network
God.
for this Chief propaganda. We get enough of that from the NFL. All right, but so I'm like, I'm getting together my Christmas movies that before the season's over, I'm going to watch. But I was thinking there's some that I don't consider essentials to watch every year because it's like, you know what? This movie's not as great as everybody says it is. So to do this a little bit different than our normal, let's go with 3. Let's do one Christmas movie thing is overrated. And then those movies that you feel do not get enough love that you watch every year because it's not a Christmas season without having watched it. Then there's some other ones that you can, if you feel like it, the untouchable ones that it's like, come on, nobody's going to argue with you for saying, I've got to watch this movie. Yeah, I mean, like for me, Christmas Story is not Christmas without watching that. So let's just talk about your overrated, your underrated Christmas movies. And yeah, Rick Cage, LMF is now 106 in Park. LMF in Park, yeah. On 110th Street. So Chief, why don't you kick us off with one overrated and one underrated?
Home Alone to me is overrated.
Yes. Kevin. Yes. Why do you say that?
It's just I didn't even as a child. I mean, you know, when I was younger, I was like, I don't even think of it as a Christmas movie, to be honest with you. It's just a movie that happened around Christmas time. In the show, it's I don't know. It just doesn't have that Christmas feel. People are like, oh, it's a Christmas, but it's not really a Christmas movie. It's just a movie that happened during Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Christmas movie to me is, I don't know. It's a little more Christmier.
I love that word. Can you make it a little bit more Christmaser?
You know what I mean?
I like that, Chief.
So, yeah.
That cool T-shirt. Have a picture of Chief. Can we make it a little bit more Christmaser? What about your underrated?
I might go Jingle All the Way. That joint was kind of funny to me. That back when it's Sinbad's height of Sinbad's powers. That was, I remember being engaged in the movie, so I might give that a thumbs up. You know what I mean? Let me ask you: was that also? He did another movie with Hartman.
Who, Sinbad?
Sinbad, yeah.
Oh,
when he was like playing his best friend, but he was lying.
Yeah. Was that a Christmas movie?
I don't think so. I think that was like just
because I think he was movie for the holiday. But okay, yeah. Jingle All the Way.
King of Electra on a side note, I just saw Red One.
I saw Red One too, bro.
And I think that's going to be a good Christmas movie, even though people are hating on it. Chief, I know you just saw it. What do you think?
Yeah, it was decent, man. It was funny.
That means it's like a 9 out of 10. Nice. Okay. Solid.
It was a good Christmas movie, man. Yeah, House Guest with Sinbad. Yeah, I was trying to remember was that around Christmas, but I couldn't remember.
Let's see. Jace, what do you got?
I'm gonna start off mine with overrated, and I'm gonna start with Elf. I watched that movie. That movie. I mean, again, that was Will Ferrell and it was James Caan, and I know what they were going for. I didn't get it. Maybe I sat down. I literally was at a Christmas party. I'm like, no, everybody says this is a great movie. I sat down while the Christmas party was going on. I'm like, okay, when am I going to laugh? Okay, still haven't laughed. The movie's over.
Really? Man, when dude jumped on, he was like, "You're an elf," and he jumped on that table and started running towards him. I thought I'd pass out, bro. Just him running across the table.
Yeah.
Hey man, I hear you though.
Yeah, I was just that wasn't mine. And the underrated movie that I think I'm gonna go with This Christmas. I thought that was a really good Christmas movie. I think it would probably get played a whole lot more if Chris Brown wasn't in that movie. I mean, and it's so annoying because he's so good in that movie. And it's like, dude, all you had to do is not be an act. Like,
that's what it
like,
is.
He's an angry elf. You feeling strong, my friend? I don't. What's the problem with Chris Brown?
You know that whole. You know.
Was that around that time?
Yeah, it was not that long. It was not
yeah.
that far after. And it was either right before or right after. And it was just like, dude, you killed this from being a holiday classic.
In the mix. Yeah.
I watch that movie every year. I have it on my list. I watch it every year unapologetically because he is good in the movie. Come on, baby, sing. Mama don't want me to sing. Nah, I watch that every year. And I don't care because there are all kinds of shady criminals running around in Hollywood. And it's like people love him until, oh, I'm not supposed to love him anymore. Let me unfollow Diddy, even though I was at every one of his parties. Yeah, whatever. So I watched that. I rep it. I mean, you know, whatever. I really like that movie. I thought they did a great job with the family. The cast is crazy on that movie.
Just like you can't listen to Louis C.K. no more.
I'm like, whatever. I mean, because
look,
I don't.
You gotta watch somebody jerk off.
Right.
Sorry.
I don't hold these people in any esteem whatsoever. They're
welcome back, Heat Miser.
Playing a role, huh?
I said, welcome back, Heat Miser.
I mean, it's like there is an aspect. It's like they are playing a role. Do you hate the role or do you hate that person? It's like that person. I mean, it's like I'm paying you to be an actor.
Yeah, I'm not watching this Christmas to see Chris Brown play Chris Brown.
Yeah, but like, I mean, you got who's it? Idris was really good in it.
Idris, Delroy Lindo,
Divine. Honestly, if you can find some bad Delroy Lindo's in, I mean, he actually gives a bad performance. I want to see that movie or show.
Look, even in Congo, he was good.
He's good.
Yeah, that dude is a great actor. So he's like, him is the lead. It's like, come on, you got it.
Yeah, I mean, we got I mean, the whole cast is solid. It is like everyone's like, oh man, they're in it too. Like even the director with the cameo is one of the dudes coming to get the money. That movie's so good. That is one of mine where I'm like wrapping presents on Christmas Eve. Like, oh man, this movie's great. After I watched This Wonderful Life, but I mean, yeah, that is for sure one of mine. And I agree with you since I just kind of went on with this Christmas with Elf. I don't know how many times I laughed watching it either. And it was definitely one where people, oh, this is great. Like, I don't know. I feel like sometimes Will Ferrell's a bit too Will Ferrell-y. I mean, how I feel, I'm sure some people feel with Kevin Hart now. It's like, oh, I know what he's going to do. Okay, I don't want to see it anymore. And yeah, that was definitely Elf to me. Like, okay, I've seen it once. I don't ever need to again. Jay King, Mr. Heat Miser. Do you have anything?
Yeah, underrated. I would say Office Christmas Party and Bad Santa. The first one, not the second.
Right. You did two underrated?
Yeah.
You said which one?
Office Christmas Party. That came out a few years back. Who's in that?
Jillian Bell is somehow the main person I remember from it because of her scene. Jennifer Aniston in it though.
Jennifer Aniston.
I remember the dude.
The girl from Saturday Night Live.
Kristen
Courtney. No. It's what's her name? Kate McKinnon.
Yeah.
Is Courtney B. Vance? Is that Courtney B. Vance?
I think he's the boss. Yeah.
Yeah, he was the boss. He was hilarious.
Yeah.
He was. Jason Bateman. I knew when I saw the trailers, I want to see this movie. Olivia Munn's in it, TJ Miller.
You know what?
Rob Corddry's in it.
Yeah, they had a big cast, but only a few people really delivered.
That was the problem with that.
Yeah, it was like you're here, but you're not delivering the funny. But when The ones who actually got laughs, they were hilarious. Like their scenes were great. Bad Santa. I'm gonna tell you, there's a scene in that movie. I don't give a shit. I will. This scene busts me up every time when the lady comes up to him while he's eating his sandwich, and he says to that lady, "Lady, I'm on my fucking lunch break." That right there, I don't know why that is so funny to me. It's because I guess we've all been there.
Mhm.
Don't bother me on my lunch break. Leave me alone.
Mm.
Christmas Vacation is always properly rated. You can't argue with that one.
If somebody said that was overrated, I would have. Let's discuss.
Yeah, it's like present your case.
Yeah,
Overrated. I'm with
Wait,
Chief, man.
I'm sorry, Keith. Keith has entered the chat.
Most overrated, the Chevy Chase. What I think Keith's trolling.
No, he put that a long time ago. I wrote it down too because I don't have to watch that.
Full. Come on, man. Cousin Eddie out there. Come on, man. Stop. That alone.
I mean, like when he goes and holds up his boss. I mean, that ran at the end.
Dude, that rant at the end. Come on, man.
I mean,
that movie holds up.
Yeah, that's one that when it's on, I'm watching that one. Okay.
Okay. British Office Christmas Party was really good. Freaking Blake. Now,
I bet it was.
Not seen British version of it.
They probably
I bet it was.
Elf, we're not the target audience, is Michael Solis. Weren't we though?
Because when it came out, it was with the folks I graduated college with, and that was, I thought that was in my wheelhouse. That's, yeah.
King Collector, which one are you saying might be overrated? Because I think Bad Santa's overrated now too. Probably more so because, like she said, it's not really Christmas because it is like, geez. And the fact that I saw Bad Santa 2, it's one of those cases where a sequel just like, take me with you. And it's like knowing where that thing's going to go. It's like why I have such a hard time knowing where the Hangover franchise is going to go with part 3. Like, 1 is far enough removed from it, but when they start giving Child more time in part 2, I'm like, this is going to lead to part 3, and it goes bad, goes off the rails terribly. But yeah, I'm bad Santa for me, and those old Chase movies. He's a weird one because normally I can do the separation. It's like he's kind of a jerk in real life, and maybe because he's playing a swarmy character in a lot of those movies, where it's like, yeah, I can see how that would be real life, dude. Where there's not enough separation. It's like, okay, whatever. Let's see. So let's see. Jace, back to you.
Oh, what am I on?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's back to Chief.
Yeah.
What am I doing? Which one is it now? A movie that I love?
Both. Overrated, underrated.
Oh. I don't know if these two movies are underrated. I think, and I don't know if they're overrated, to be honest with you. So, because I don't watch a lot of Christmas movies. But the ones I do, but I don't. Does anybody watch A Christmas Story anymore?
I do.
I'd love A Christmas Story, but I don't hear anybody say they still love it. So because I was talking to some people the other day, I said I watch it every Christmas, and they were like, "I've never even seen it."
What?
And I'm like, you've never seen A Christmas Story?
Do they not have TBS?
Yeah.
Christmas Story is one of the greatest ever to me, but
it is.
People still haven't seen it, so I guess it might be underrated.
Wow.
It's great. I'm with you. I don't know if it's underrated. I feel like it's a staple for most people. But yeah.
Overrated would probably be Miracle on 34th Street.
Ah, yeah.
I watched that and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
People were like, yo, that's my. And I'm like,
absolutely.
Maybe in the 1920s.
Oh, I like that.
James says, I love A Christmas Story. It's pretty much my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, because and I think we're probably in that sweet spot for watching it. And then every year it comes out. So it's a tradition to watch it. And it's just so ingrained at this end. But I still think it holds up really well. I mean,
ho.
it just like
Fragile.
you'll shoot your eye out. I mean, there's just stuff that's part of the lexicon from that movie. You sons of a oh man,
Well,
oh, yeah.
prophecy.
It didn't say
say
fudge.
fudge.
Wait, I mean, it's like
Hey, when his father started cussing out their furnace and called it a nickel fifer,
oh yeah, that
I don't
thing.
even know what that is, but that just sent me, man.
And that was another one's perfectly cast too, because that dad was oh man, he's great.
Did anybody watch the years late sequel of that?
No, I know Chief didn't watch it.
Oh my god!
Nah, I didn't watch that.
Oh my god!
I felt like that's too much lightning to try to put back into the bottle. It's like
You
I'm
can't,
good.
yeah.
It's
You
just
can't.
impossible.
Yeah. That was one I did not watch because I'm like, I don't want you to again. I don't want to have that bad Santa effect. I don't need you to take down the rating of Christmas Story for this one. Like, just y'all got it. It's okay.
It's understandable in the sense that it's like this is so beloved. We should at least try to make something that's kind of light. But I mean, yeah.
Well, it was like you wanted to watch it and you wanted to like it because it's a Christmas story, but you can't
Right.
because it stinks.
All right. All right. So, Jamie, you're saying Christmas
Story.
So Christmas Story doesn't get it. You're not feeling Christmas Story.
No, he's saying that when he first saw it on Christmas night, he fell asleep on it.
Oh, okay.
And he didn't know the name of it forever because it's always on. And back then it was just
that movie.
Straight marathon. That was a great thing. You were gonna wrap presents watching this movie.
There was a point in time it only came on that one time.
Hey, that's a hilarious topic in itself.
Right.
Must be Italian.
Oh gosh.
With electric sex gleaming in the window.
I mean, Ralph was rubbing the leg. He'd be like,
he was rubbing all the way to the butt cheek. He was getting it in. Little pervert.
And his mom, the mom's reaction to it.
Smacking his hand away. Even before that, the Ovaltine message was just
yes.
Oh my god.
See, I'm excited to watch it. That's how good that movie is. I've seen it like every year, and I'm still like, oh, I can't wait to watch it.
Hey, Flick getting his tongue stuck on a pole and then leaving the bell rang.
Perfect.
Yeah, it was a great.
You want to take it off? Yeah, go ahead, take it off. Where it's around.
Soap poisoning.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Oh man, George C. Scott's Christmas Carol. So Blake, mine on that deal, I'm trying to figure out between the two. I think between Muppets and Mickey's Christmas Carol, I'm gonna have to go with Mickey simply because they've got a perfect Ebenezer Scrooge character already embedded in there. They don't have to farm it out. They've already got the perfect Scrooge character. Whose name's Scrooge? Oh man, so yeah, I think that's where Mickey goes. Mickey takes that one. That's how you know which of the replica leg lamps is fake. Fake ones don't go up to the bottom of it. Oh boy. All right, Jace, now back to you. Then Mike, then me. I'm back to Mike.
I'm gonna go with underrated movie I watched. I think it was on Netflix a couple of years ago. Jingle Jangle.
Yeah.
It was musical news. I mean, because again, we
Forrest
always
Whitaker, right?
Forrest
Whitaker, right?
Yeah, like he had lost the ability to do toys. I thought that was really cute. Because again, at Christmas time, you want to have it so everybody can watch a movie. I think that was really fun.
Another strike against Bad Santa. Candy Cane Lane is underrated. I agree with you, John.
That was good. I like that.
What's your overrated one, bro? You're trying to stay safe.
Well, here's my thing. It's like I really don't think I watch a lot of them that I think are overrated. I think like kind of the Miracle on 34th Street is probably about where I'm like, I see you guys beloved, but I keep passing on. I turn on the station when I watch it and just like, I'm not feeling this one. Yeah. So I think that's going to be I think I'm probably out of the overrated ones after that one.
All right. Jalen says those are both great. I love the Muppets, but the Mickey one is pretty good. Yes. Lone Dragon says the ref is underrated, but it will remain so because Kevin Spacey.
Yeah.
The Family Man with Nick Cage properly rated.
Somebody said they liked that a couple weeks ago.
I like
did
that.
like the
I
Family
like
Man. I
that
like the
movie.
Family Man. That was a good one.
It was a good
Must
movie.
be you, Chief.
Yeah, it really was. That was a good Christmas movie.
Was it a Christmas movie though?
Yeah.
It was around that time, yeah.
It gets
And
shot.
remember, because he wants his shot at the life that he left behind and all of that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Who don't though?
No shit. No shit.
You know what I mean?
You see, like you had that one loaded in the chamber, ready to go, Chief. Who doesn't?
That bullet was cocked. That was ready. And I'm with you.
Like, big draw.
He was slumped down a little bit after he said it. Damn.
You know what I mean?
The spine just left him a little bit.
Right. I'm just exhausted. I'm just like, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I already said this Christmas. All right. Underrated one, Last Holiday. I really thought that was good. Latifah, LL. That one has another just quality cast throughout. She's loving life and she thinks that this is the last time she's going to spend Christmas. I just think that is so well done. Probably my favorite Queen Latifah movie because I think it really showcased her personality, her big screen presence in the best manner. I mean, she's still working doing stuff on TV now with the Equalizer, but I just think that was like her best film. And then overrated, The Grinch Who Stole Christmas. And
Animated?
yeah, because it's like I think I like The Grinch more as a character than I do watching it now. Like, okay, this is whatever. But say you put on Charlie Brown's Christmas, watching it every time. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, watching that. The Grinch is like, oh, I missed the Grinch, whatever. I mean, but yeah,
I watched because when we were in the video store, those were the holiday movies that were on all the time. You watched Rudolph, you watched The Grinch, you watched Frosty. It was just that was all day, and you got lucky when you could turn on Christmas Vacation. It's like, okay, I can laugh a little more. And yeah, but I think they're okay.
All right, Jay King, you got any more?
Yeah, these just came to me while we were sitting here. Trading Places, which was filmed during the holiday season. Hilarious. I mean, it's Trading Places. If you haven't seen it, please watch that movie. Another one was
Another one.
Another one. Oh God, I took my tongue. I can't remember now.
That was the one we watched all the time.
What was that?
I watch that all the time. Charlie Brown's Christmas.
Charlie Brown Christmas. Yeah.
I was listening to that in the car, and I was doing all the different beats of the piano. I was like, oh man. And they're so happy dancers. They're such happy dancers. I love it.
Like I think of an overrated one. I'm drawing a blank because once you get past those staples, it's like everything else is kind of like, it's there.
Well,
it's just there.
Yeah.
Yes, it is very funny how this stuff does not compare. It's like, how is this not even working still? All right, let me see if I can pull up this. Let me see. I was supposed to. Let me see here. I'm trying to see if I can. So I'm watching all these. This new one that Lindsay Lohan just did on Netflix, Our Little Secret. Solid stuff there.
Okay, I like that movie, but did you feel at a point Lindsay was almost not trying?
No, I mean I like Lindsay Lohan.
I mean her character. I thought like she was almost like borderline, like you're a little snarky in here, Lindsay. Like when she's laughing at the mom a little bit, it's like, come on, man.
Oh yeah. Like, hey,
I'm like, come on, you can't, come on, you don't do that.
You should go laughing at the pictures.
Yeah, like,
come on. Yeah.
You gotta,
yeah. She was not playing along to get along there.
No, not at all.
Oh, Scrooged with Bill Murray.
Where are you putting that?
Forget that. That's underrated.
Okay,
that is underrated.
Oh, you did. Nice, Blake. Christmas Carol, Trading Places, Charlie Brown, Christmas Vacation. Watched Frosty last night on Amazon. Yeah, I can stand the fact that they're putting them on those those streaming, it's like, stop it.
Those need to be on broadcast
That's
TV.
what I'm talking about, Blake.
Everybody connect. I mean, this is a joint which annoys me about this season. Is like, let people try. I mean, it's like, yo, people are miserable, so give them stuff that actually is happy. Like, don't put the drama on there. Like, yo, put something on there that's light. Like, okay, world sucks, but at least have a month where you just don't have to deal with all your problems. Like, come on.
Again, yeah, absolutely right. I did watch a bad one or a mediocre one. Meet You Next Christmas.
What happened there?
Christina Milian happened.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, the 25 worst Christmas movies of all time.
I remember there was one with like the nativity, like the
Black Nativity with Jennifer Hudson.
No, it was like an advent clock. Like the guys.
Oh yeah, with Cat. What's her name?
Yeah, you had. I thought Christina Milian was in that one too.
No, that's the one with Albie Shore's kid.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It was so funny because I did not know that was his kid until I looked it up. Because like this kid looks too much like Albie Shore to not be his kid. And that's the one that Diddy helped raise.
Yeah.
Every Christmas movie I like to watch is on DVD. I've never streamed it. Spider-Man, that's the way to go. Exactly. Don't rely on them because they were like
exactly.
Lone Dragon. I also rather like the Harold and Kumar Christmas.
That was on somebody's list. I didn't watch that one.
King Collector. Some people don't even consider Trading Places as a Christmas movie, but it is one of my favorites.
Well, it is. It really is. It's a Christmas movie.
Let's go with the one that always is the actual. No one can. Most people say a lot. There's debate. I should say, Die Hard. Underrated.
The people who say it's not a Christmas movie only say that because of the action element. Otherwise, Christmas movie.
Christmas. It is 100.
He's trying to get home for Christmas.
That's it.
It's a Christmas movie. Yep. All right. Well, now it is that time. Jace, apparently you're happy. Oh, hold on real fast. Mark A just added. Overrated, Rudolph. Underrated, California Raisins. Charlie Brown deserves all the credit. Exactly.
Okay.
Now it's that time. Who are your nominees for Dummy of the Week? Jace, since you've got yours all set and ready, why don't you go ahead and go first?
All right. So going with our 106 in Park episode, also with our Christmas movies. For my Dummy of the Week is whoever in Forbes decided to rate the 50 greatest rappers of all time. Now, depending on who you have your beef with, all right. Jay-Z's one, Kendrick's one. I mean two.
Wait,
Lil Wayne is number 3. Number 4, J. Cole.
Is this for this year?
No, all time. Well, we got number 49, Young Thug.
Okay.
I like how you sound like an old man saying
number 43.
Young Thug sound like Bill O'Reilly.
Young Thug, yeah. Number 43, Melly Mel. You know, you never heard of him. Let's see who else. We got 39, Method Man. Number 38, E40.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where's we got? Number 15.
Wait, no, really. They had E40 above Math.
Yes, they did.
All right, this list.
Yeah. Number 34.
Where's Rakim?
Number 34, Childish Gambino. Where's some other ones? Questionable ones. Oh, number 17, Tyler the Creator.
I'm done. You ain't gotta read no more.
Oh wait, where is Eminem on this? Oh, Eminem cracks it at 10.
You can't. All right.
Where's Black Thought? Where's Black Thought?
Oh, Black Thought is on this list at number. Oh no, he's not on the list. No, we don't have Black Thought.
Okay, all right, so this list is invalid.
Where's Cube and LL?
Exactly.
Where's Big on this list?
This list is invalid.
Oh,
where's Big on this list, bro?
LL
Young Thug is on this list, so it's invalid.
LL is number 35.
I like E40. I don't know.
Not LL Thompson, but LL Cool J.
Yes.
Okay.
Ladies love Cool James is only number 35.
Bogus.
So he's below Meth too, who's also below. right, all right.
Memphis
Jamie,
39.
I like E40, but as far as West Coast, it's hard for me to put him in the greatest West Coast MCs. It's hard
Where's
for
Ice
him.
Cube in this? Oh, Ice Cube 25. He corrects 25. Outcast is no. We have Andre 3000 only at number 11.
And no Scarface. Thank you. Bye.
Let's see.
Shut that list
And
down. Where's
you are
Nas?
correct.
Where's Nas?
No.
Where's Nas?
Oh, Nas is number 9.
What about Snoop?
Where's DLC?
18. DLC.
Wait. Now DLC, I would put DLC based on that one album and any appearance he did on everybody else's stuff really high. But I've got to go with you on your body of work. But he is my ultimate. If he had put out 3 albums,
he's right
I
there.
would fight
He's right there with anybody.
Here's the thing. DLC, I'll give him credit. I don't know, it was a couple of years ago, or maybe in the last couple of years, he signed a contract like, yo, I want AI to do my old voice. So I will write rhymes to go with my old voice. Like, do that. I will buy that thing.
Yeah, that will work.
Yeah.
So,
whoever came up with this list,
all right,
completely W the week for me.
And no KRS.
No KRS One. Thank you.
Let me see. Now, before we make that,
God, no KRS One.
That was
the teacher's forgotten, man. The teacher's forgotten.
Yeah, no. Well, for your conscious rap, you got Talib Kweli. That's it. Sorry, guys.
All right, this list is done. My dummy of the week are every so-called 49ers fan calling for Kyle Shanahan to be fired. You all are morons, and I will hold nothing. You're idiots. We had Jim Tom Sula, who passed gas during a press conference. We had Mike Nolan, who decided, let me make Aaron Rodgers do some toe touches. Nope, you won't do it. You're not going to be my quarterback. Dennis Erickson, Chip Kelly, Jim Tom Sula again, Mike Singletary, let's run the ball twice and then pass it on 3rd down and punt. These fans don't act like they went through that era, which makes me think they were only Niner fans after Jim Harbaugh showed up, and we immediately went to the championship game 3 years in a row. And then they must have had a coma through the Chip Kelly, the Jim Tom Sula era, woke up when Shanahan got the team back into the Super Bowl in 2019, and that's just the way it goes every year. No. You all missed a disastrous era of Niner football, which reminds me of inglorious teams like the Saints, the Patriots when they were sorry losers, the Buccaneers. We were the number 1 draft pick because we sucked and we deserved it. And we were the number 2 draft pick not that long ago because we were bad and terrible. You fans who want the Niners to fire Kyle Shanahan and get who? Somebody moron. No. Gosh, no. I mean, like, who do you want to replace him with? The dude just had us in the Super Bowl. And with every injury on his team, well, it's certainly his fault. Kid lost.
Y'all won too many games. That's why it's his fault.
Hey,
yeah, I'm like the team.
Hey, Jeff, listen.
I wish I
what's the Joni Mitchell? You don't know what you got till it's gone.
Dude,
go ahead. Do you realize how many teams will take Kyle Shanahan and give him complete autonomy of their situation right now?
Right now.
Fine. Go ahead. Yeah. Fire him.
Dude,
find his
Niner fans didn't appreciate Mariucci. Oh, you lost in the divisional round. Fire him. What are you doing?
Fire him.
And we went through mediocrity for years. We only got lucky that after you fired Harbaugh, that he was able to get Shanahan 3 years after the fact. Because we could have been spiraling out like a terrible
team. The Chicago Bears.
You could be in a situation where you got a dumbass like Kevin Eberflus completely boner and games.
I've got a timeout. I'll just let him run the play.
I think my rookie quarterback's got that. I got
that. Like, dude, that was the dumbest
bozo of a coach.
That just made me feel like this whole season's been scripted. Because, like, what are you even doing? Jay King, who are your nominees?
Staying in the sports world, modern NBA fans like the We Done with the 90s crew. All right, well, I challenge you and here's the other part. I'm gonna say this because somebody was trying to argue me down about that, and I was like, okay, Jordan played with a bunch of plumbers. Then how come of the 75 greatest players in the history of the NBA, Michael Jordan was among 40 of those who played in his era? Stop talking. You don't know shit. Stop talking. And I listen. I'm not taking any advice or worldviews from people who just a few years ago were scared of the dark, who people who believed in Santa Claus. Just a few
Whoa,
years ago, you
whoa,
believed
whoa,
in
whoa,
Santa
whoa, whoa,
Claus.
whoa, whoa,
Santa
whoa.
Claus is real. Calm down.
What are you talking about?
Oh, jeez.
A lot of me said the tooth fairy's not giving me money.
Listen, just a few years ago, you were putting your tooth under your pillow. Shut up. You don't know anything. Check this game. The Lakers versus the Minnesota Timberwolves a few nights ago. There were 3.5 minutes of guys chucking up bricks, 3-point bricks, followed by a 3-on-1 break where a guy, I forget which one of the faceless Lakers players, came back out to the perimeter on a 3-on-1 break to chuck up a brick.
Hey, Javon, it just haven't been
Enough.
animated yet.
I haven't. I've been toned down. I've been kind of muted.
Yeah.
It's just
No.
that infuriates me, man. It's like, look, I don't want anybody talking to me about metrics because this wasn't a thing 40 years ago.
Yeah.
And maybe my inner boomer is showing, but listen, common sense is still common sense. You can't tell me a 7-footer isn't good for your team. You can't tell me a guy who is a shot blocker and rebounder can't have a play and he doesn't shoot threes, doesn't have a place in today's NBA. It's stupid. You know why? Because you can't tell me a 3-point shot is a higher percentage shot than shooting right at the goddamn basket. You're right there. Let's put that to theory.
And
Shoot it from 2 feet.
You're athletic enough to jump over everybody and put the ball in.
Or how about this? I can
This
extend my arms.
We can't do. I can shoot. I can miss a shot at the 3-point line. Everybody
how
can do
about
that.
this? I can just extend my arms and put the ball into the rim. That's it.
Yeah.
Hey, Blake, I don't care. It's not your comedy hour. This is not about you. You still haven't figured this out. It's not about you. No one's checking your camera feed, Blake.
But
You're
again,
just comment guy.
Curry. Again, here's the deal. Curry
messed it up for everybody.
Curry is
no. It's a copycat league. It's a copycat league. They didn't mess it up. They just had they played their game. Everybody just decided, okay, we're going to try to turn our team into their success. You can't do that. Everybody's not going to be Steph Curry. Just like when Jordan peaked at his success and everybody tried to find the next Jordan, Harold Miner, this guy, that guy. These guys are lightning in a bottle. You can't create them. You can't.
Are you implying that Harold Miner is not a superstar?
Or Felipe Lopez, or you name your Jordan wannabe or whoever they were building out to be the next Jordan. You can't create these guys. I don't care if they have similar traits, look like them, walk like them, chew their gum like them, whatever. These guys have something special everyone doesn't have. You cannot recreate it. And basketball is basketball. Smarter people tried to figure this game out long before you got into it. A 7-footer is a 7-footer. A 7-footer is a 7-footer. If he's down under the basket, give him the ball. It makes sense. Everybody's not a 3-point shooter. You can't force that. You can't.
They do not need to be. All right, Chief. It's time for you to wrap this thing up.
Man, I'm gonna be quick, man. People who swim with sharks.
Yeah.
You know what, man? Every week I'm watching something, man, and every week someone is either getting bit or eaten by a shark that they chose to get into the water with. They made a conscious decision to say, "Hey, I'm gonna jump in the water with this tiger shark." So earlier this week, this girl was swimming with sharks, and the shark decided to, give her a little test bite, see what she was about. You know what I mean? Thanks for swimming on down. You know what I mean? Like, it's almost like you sitting in the living room and you see your girl bringing your food to you, and you know what I mean? And you're like, yes. And I think that's how a shark envisions it. When he sees a person just plop in the water, start swimming towards him, he's like, they're bringing my food right to me. You know what I mean? And you just start smiling like, yeah, bring it over here. That's what's up. And let me go ahead and get a bite of you. Let's see what you taste like. And people are like, "Oh, well, this was unexpected." Really? Was it?
Was it really?
That was just unexpected. Of all the things that happened today, jumping in the water with a shark and getting bit one, you didn't expect that. Well, you know what? They've been friendly. Oh yeah.
He just wanted you to keep bringing the meals to him.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they weren't hungry for the last group. You know what I mean? It's funny, man.
Hey.
I was in the Dominican back in 01. And we took this ride, 2-person little boat to this floating dock in the middle of nothing. And so the people were like, we're just going to lay on the dock. And I was like, yo, I drove all the way out here. I'm going to go with the guide and see the fish underneath the dock. And I was young at the time. I could hold my breath for about 90 seconds. And
even longer than the Fury.
Well, listen, man, we went down. So now we're underneath the dock. There's a little reef down there. And the guy goes in his pocket and he takes out some food and he starts shaking it. And all these little baby fish start running and they're like in front of my the goggles I got on, and it's fantastic, right? And I'm like, wow. So he hands me the food in the bag and I'm shaking it. And as I'm shaking it, I see a little silver glint out the corner of my eye. And I turn, and there's like a 5-foot barracuda swimming towards me. So I looked, I handed the dude back the food, and the next thing I know, I'm kick pushing for the surface, man. And look, for the remainder of the 2 hours we was out there, I was on the dock.
Yep.
I was on
hey,
the
look.
dock.
Hey, Chief, I'm with you.
Yeah, listen. If he had told me, hey, man, there's barracudas down there, I wouldn't have gotten in the water. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, all you had to do was say, hey, we got a barracuda. He's friendly. Come on down. And I would say, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
He's not going to be friendly. So
you know what I mean? Like, that pissed me off, that the fact you knew he was down there and didn't say anything. So I'm not going to go down there with the barracuda. I'm not going to go down there with the shark. If you had told me an octopus, a big ass octopus was there, you know, how many big ass octopuses under there, I'd have said no, sir. So I don't do because I don't, you know what I mean? I like the sea, I like the ocean. I don't do big sea life.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? It's not.
We ain't supposed to be out there.
It's not gonna be Hector the friendly dolphin. It's not gonna be Sammy the seal swimming up to me. I'm not doing none of that, bro. I'm not, you know what I mean? Gary the Grouper. I'm not getting in the water with Gary the Grouper. Look,
because that's your territory.
Fish. I'm not gonna do it. So yeah, people who are getting in there saying, "Hey, yeah, I handed them the food, man," because that's on you now. That $1.50 that barracuda is about to give out. You get it. You take it. So, and I wasn't swimming up with the food. That barracuda I made sure he saw me hand the food back. Like, sir, it's no longer in my hands. Let me get out of your water. Let me get out of your ocean. And I got out of that man's ocean.
I'm with you.
So,
look,
yeah, I'm not doing no sharks. So if you tell me, hey, man, there's a friendly shark down there, guess what? I'm not going. I'm not swimming with sharks. I don't plan on hanging with sharks. I don't plan on making friends with sharks. It could be a little shark, big shark. I don't care what it is. You say shark, I'm on the dock.
Hey,
so you say barracuda, I'm swimming away. I don't want it. So I don't know how people still get in the water expecting this sea life to be like, oh, yeah, come on now. We're just chilling. No,
yeah.
Grab a piece of coral, pull up. And man, the shark, you can see the bite marks on the leg from the shark, and I'm like, yeah, that's what they do. I'm surprised.
I'm with you.
It came and bit me. Really?
We're not.
Look, there's no shark attacks. I'm sorry, there's no shark attacks. You're trespassing.
Let me tell you, man. So yeah, so dummies of the week, people who get into the water with the sharks, and then the super dummies are the ones who expect nothing to happen. Oh, it's all good. We're good. You good? We're good. No, I know this shark. No, I'm here every other week. We're good. Yeah, okay. All right. Let me tell you something. It's not going to be me. And then it's like an anaconda. A little pepper. Right. That's how
Pretty
he
good
talked
job,
that
boy.
whole movie.
Oh man.
Like,
All right. Well, I don't know how this got so long. I think we talked about everything except for our Christmas movies until then. But Michael Solis says fish are friends, not food. We didn't say anything about humans. J King will see you in March. Jace, Chief, thank you as always. And shout out to Snake Eyes, King Collector, Michael Solis, David Thanos, Jalen Parks, Mark A. I said King Collector already? Blake Tarpley, the man, the myth, the oh so absolute legend, Lone Dragon. Let me see.
Mr. Big Rib,
Big Rib,
Big Rig.
Spider Fan,
Ryan Daly,
Ryan Daly, of course, GL Rick Cage, Esquire,
Michael Solis,
My man Jamelin.
MOC Turtle.
Right, MOC Turtle. Thank you. This is a good
Oh,
problem.
man.
I'm missing.
Jamelin, did you
Lin
keep your
King
hands at 10 and 2
and
o'clock
Randy
and turn
Reviews.
your dome light on when you got pulled over?
Randy Reviews.
Yeah.
All right.
And
Yeah,
Randy
thank
Reviews.
Damn.
So,
Okay. Wow. A lot of
Hey,
people.
this is a fun topic.
Right.
That's out.
So hopefully at some point we can work in a December watch along before Christmas. So stay tuned. We'll try to sync up and let y'all know we're gonna watch. Clearly, we need to watch a Christmas movie, but it could be wide open. Maybe it'll be Violent Night, maybe it'll be Scrooge, maybe it'll be Last Holiday. Who knows? We'll see.
Krampus.
Huh?
I said Krampus.
Yeah, there you go. All right,
Yeah.
I got some movies. All right.
Spider
But for
fan.
now, Trading Places is coming to see. Don't give me on Coming to America. I will literally make an excuse. Yeah, we're watching it in December. It's a Christmas movie. Christmas movie watch along, like my double DVD. Wow, man, remember those? I have a couple double Blu-rays. Not quite the same. Christmas Werewolf. All right, we'll figure it out.
Solid
But for now, we'll wrap this episode up. Tomorrow, of course, be back on talking about Marvel Legends Best of 2024 and what we want to see on Friday's live stream. But for now, this episode of Lyle's Movie Files has been filed.